Welcome to our show. This is our first show of the new year after the holidays. We're very happy to be back. We would have come back last week, but marijuana was just legalized here in California, so you know. We were here, we just weren't here, you know? Now, of course, the big news is everybody is still buzzing about Oprah Winfrey's incredible speech at the Golden Globes last night. It really was an amazing thing to see, and now, after such an incredible speech, people close to Oprah are saying that she could actually be convinced to run for president in 2020. Now, don't get too excited. Oprah hasn't said that she's decided to make a run for the White House or anything. She said she's not sure she wants to move into a smaller place. Can you imagine Oprah as president? Can you imagine? I mean, you thought Bernie Sanders wanted to give a lot of stuff away. You get health insurance, you get health insurance. You don't get deported, you don't get deported, you won't get deported. But after the reaction last night, Republicans were outraged when they heard about this. They were like, you cannot just elect a billionaire TV star with no political experience. Yep, see what we did there? Okay. Now, the White House actually responded officially. They responded officially to the news that Oprah might run, saying, quote, "We welcome all comers." Yeah, which is very easy to remember because it's the exact opposite of their immigration policy. So, speaking of the presidency, over the weekend, Donald Trump fired back at claims that he's not mentally fit for office by tweeting, "My two greatest assets have been mental stability and being, like, really smart." He then went on to say that he is, quote, "a very stable genius." Yeah. Because when explaining to people what a genius you are, it's like, best to, like, sound like the Cash Me Outside girl. But the president, he really was busy on Twitter over the weekend. He was also forced to correct a tweet that he wrote. Because when quoting a reporter who said that his presidency was enormously consequential, Trump wrote on Twitter that his presidency was enormously consensual. Yeah. And then half the voters were like, no, it's not. Yeah, there it is. There's that genius at work right there. Misspelling basic words on Twitter. Geniuses do that all the time. Like, we all remember when Albert Einstein announced his theory of relativity. Well, I'm glad he fixed his mistake. I am, because there is a big difference between consequential and consensual. There is. Just ask the 19 women who have accused Trump of sexual harassment. It's 2018! And finally, according to an article from over the weekend, President Trump now starts his workday. Did you read this? He now starts his workday at 11 a.m., right? So that he can spend more time in the morning watching TV and tweeting. Yeah, he won't even show up till 11. It's almost as if Trump doesn't want to be president as much as we don't want him to be president. In truth, I'm not even mad about this. I'm not. Anyone who figures out how to be in bed by 6 eating cheeseburgers and then sleeps in every morning until 11 might actually be a genius. And this is true. The White House is calling the 3 hours he spends alone every morning executive time. That's what they're calling it, while Melania is calling it not nearly long enough.